We're looking into the current state of the industry's messy middle with sustainability and AI. So we're going to be diving into a few things, not only how fleets are using AI and technology to save costs, but we're going to look at digital twin simulation models, innovations through things like AI and dash cameras, as well as data sharing and what it looks like when you put it all together. One of the fun things that folks are trying to figure out, especially, is simulating, talking about different scenarios before you buy things, which, given the prolonged great freight recession, add little trademark at the end, it's been increasingly difficult to have money to pay for stuff. And so digital twin technology is super fascinating.
Look, it's a great topic. This one, digital twins and simulation is really it's the tools that are allowing fleets to figure out. I want to transition to a more sustainable operations, potentially with EV or renewables, but how do I do it? They will run a simulation or multiple simulations to say, hey, which routes and what charging infrastructure would we or should we or could we implement in order to transition? And what you see through those iterations is gaps. And so that having that information is absolutely crucial, because now with these models, I can also see the cost and I can look at the total cost of ownership. And there's software out there today that help these fleets. So I really know how to understand what is it going to take. And that is exactly what this digital twin, what the simulations do. And it's super important that fleets start looking at this now so they can figure out, how do you do it? What is it going to take? How much is it going to cost? And so on.
And I think there's such a great point, because one of the challenges, I've been at ACT Expo and talked with some fleets and some electrification folks, and one of the things they said was that, if you can get 10 to 15% of your fleet to really make sure the EV and the other fuel cells work, the key, that's really good. But at the same time, the question they have, just like y'all are trying to answer, which is what part?
And I'll probably add, we're in that messy middle. The win with AI is the digital twin isn't a one-off model, and it sort of keeps learning from the real routes, the weather, traffic, even charger queues. So the simulations actually stay current. It's actually a goal-driven AI. So you tell that specialized agent, hey, hit our delivery window at the lowest cost and emissions, and makes a plan, calls the tools it needs, routing, charger availability, dock scheduling. And it sort of keeps that memory of the day's context and learns from the outcomes from reinforcement learning. And then sort of acts within the guardrails with a human in the loop, and has the ability to call multiple specialist agents.